The Philippines is a country of inconvertible Catholic faith built over centuries of war, bloodshed, culture, and colonization. However, this Pearl of the Orient Seas didn't always used to be this way. In fact, before Catholic dominance, the Philippines had an array of religions such as Islam, Taoism, and even animism and paganism being the most prevalent. However, this all changed in 1521 upon a random colonizer's arrival, him, and Catholicism was so prevalent and so relevant to the point that even now, 78% of Filipino citizens are called or still as Catholics.
After the arrival of Spaniards, Catholicism reigned and the Filipinos were greeted with rules, the Catholic dogmas. The Catholic dogma is a principle that Catholicism must be incontestable, and that is the divine rules of the Church. Although it is considered to be unchangeable truth, the Catholic Church updates its doctrines through meetings and councils as seen throughout Catholic history.
However, despite the dogma, Filipino found ways to connect culture alongside their faith, with examples such as penitencia during Holy Week, barangay catechism, Marian devotions, and even items such as holy water and Santa Niños. Even now, it is evident. From our Catholic schools to Filipino festivals, and even when 3 p.m. strikes, Angelus prayer echoes through school grounds. Students and bystanders pause to pray.
Fiestas are amongst the joyous celebration in the Filipino Catholic tradition. More than just vibrant events, they are sacred and spiritual expressions of gratitude. Religious rituals and processions like the Santa Cruzan, traditional dances like Sinulog, and theatrical presentation in honoring biblical stories and the lives of the saints. Each town or city celebrates their very own patron saint, thanking them for the blessings that they had received and offering devotion in return through colorful festivities. This celebration intertwined faith and joy, where it merged homegrown culture with music, food, and community as an offering to the divine.
Religion greatly shaped Philippine society. During the Spanish rule, Catholicism became a tool for control, making the church the center of power. Revolutionists in 1896 opposed the Spanish friars, which led to the church and state separation. Yet today, religion still influences politics. In its ethics, it is based on St. Aquinas' philosophy, which opposes abortion, divorce, and same-sex marriage. Christian terms like misa and baptismo shows the impact of the Spanish rule on the Filipino language. The church also opposes birth control, which links to overpopulation, poverty, which is pushing many peoples to work abroad.
Catholicism has had many long-lasting influences in today's modern religion, such as a term called adoration and veneration. Adoration is the absolute and unconditional veneration that is reserved for God and God alone, while veneration is honoring and respecting someone due to his or her value of greatness, which is reserved for your saints, with the first among them being the Holy Virgin Mary.
Day, Adore is here. Now I'm going to share to you some information about the teachings of Christ. Firstly, is that it primarily revolves around values, wherein it teaches us to promote loyalty rather than infidelity and have understanding in our hearts rather than anger. Next is it teaches us that no matter how bad the world becomes, we must continue to be good. We must promote peace and become advocates of peace through resolving conflicts. We must give a helping hand to those who mourn. And next is, even if the whole world mocks us, we must remain still and be firm in our beliefs. We must remain rooted in God, for He is the source of all good things, and remain in the belief that no matter what hardships we may undergo, in the end, we will be in heaven with forever peace and love with our Heavenly Father.
Before the Spanish arrived with the introduction of Roman Catholicism, the Philippines were a mix of animists, pagans, and Muslims. It took a while for Christian faith to take hold, but through inculturation, teaching Christianity in a way that made sense to the natives, it eventually did. However, the natives could not grasp the real Catholic doctrine. Because of it, they developed their own folk Catholicism, a combination of both their beliefs and Catholicism.